Hello, my name is Michael Murphy, and this is my EDH deck tech for Grimgrin Corpseborn. He's a 5-drop, 3 a blue and a black, and he's from the Innistrad set. And he says when he comes into play, he comes into play tapped and does not untap during your untap phase. I sacrifice another creature, untap Grimgrin, and put a 1/1 counter on him. Whenever he attacks, destroy target creature, and then put another 1/1 counter on him. And it's a 5/5. So let's get started. First of all, I have 9 islands. And 10 swamps. Now some utility lands. Hilmar Depths. It lets me look at the top 3 cards and rearrange them in any order. Then Bajuka Bog, which lets me hate on people who use graveyard play. A Command Tower. Stable in EDH. Cavern of Souls. This is a tribal deck a little bit. It's a sub-theme of zombies. So Cavern of Souls is good. Another utility land, Nephalia Drownyard, is for those people who tutor the top of the library. I can just have them mill it out. A Cabal of Coffers. Because this isn't Chinese, I'm pretty sure none of my viewers can read Chinese. It says 2 and tap Cabal of Coffers, add a black for each swamp you control. Jawa Isle Refuge, Foily. Darkslick Shores. Drowned Catacombs. Rupture Spire. Sunken Ruin. Tainted Isle. A Watery Grave. Terramorphic Expanse. Reliquary Tower. And now some Mana Ramp. Blank of Night. Blank of Night is basically Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, which basically makes all lands into swamps. Soul Ring is a 1-drop, add 2 to your mana pool. 2 colorless. Cage Sun. It's always good when you can add extra mana to your pool. Liliana of the Dark Realms. She's a newer ad, but I like her. Makes me hit all my land traps out. For those who don't know, Liliana's +1 is grab a swamp from your library, reveal them, then put it in your hand, then reshuffle your library. Then her -3 is target creature gets +X/+X or -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the number of swamps you control. And her -6 is each swamp has add 4 to your mana pool. Yes. Solemn Simulacrum. And now into some draws. We have Brainstorm, a Blue Sun Zenith, a Phyrexian Arena, a Jace Beleren. His +1 is +2 is everyone draws a card. -1 is target player draws a card. And -10 is target player mills 20 cards off the top of their library. Sensei's Divine top. Again, another stable for EDH. It should never be overlooked. And since I have all those cards in my hand, I might as well need a spellbook. No, maximum hand size is nice. Elixir of Immortality. Lightning Greaves. A Sword of War and Peace. And now for some of our tutor effects. A Corpse Harvester. If you're unfamiliar, it's 1 in black and sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a zombie and a swamp card. Review them, put them into your hand. Mystical Tutor. If you don't know Mystical Tutor, it's search your library for an instant sorcery or instant sorcery, and if it's at instant speed for 1 blue. Diabolic Tutor. Praetor's Grasp, which is basically I'm going to tutor my opponent's library for whatever I want. Then we have Demonic Tutor, Increasing Ambition. Liliana Vess. Her +1 is target player discards a card. Her -2 is tutor to the top of your library. And her -8 is a Living Death, except all creatures return to your side of the board. And now it's time for our combo pieces for Grimgrin. We have Rooftop Storm. It says that you may pay 0 rather than pay mana cost of zombie creature spells you cast. Diagraph Captain. It says, Death Touch, other creatures you control, zombie creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever another zombie you control dies, target player loses 1 life. Gravecrawler. This cute little guy. He's a 2/1 for 1. Gravecrawler can't block. You may cast Gravecrawler from your graveyard as long as you control a zombie. And the second piece, this is 2-part combo. If first one fails, is Mikaci Unhallowed. It's a 6-drop for a 5/5. It says whenever a human deals damage to you, destroy it. The more important clause is the second part. Other non-human creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Undying, which means if it doesn't have a +1/+1 counter on it, it comes back with a +1/+1 counter. This works excellent with Triskelion. Triskelion says he comes into play with 3 1/1 counters on him. Remove a counter and deal 1 damage to target player or creature. You ping him for 2, ping your opponent for 1. He comes back with Undying and just rinse from feet. And now for some of the blue control spells. Soul Manipulation, Redirect, Dissipate, Spell Crumple, good in EDH if you're running blue. Classic Counterspell, Counter Squall, and now it's time for some of our revival. Haven Ghoul Lich, Ghoul Haller's Chant, Zompocalypse, which is going to help us lead into the next one, Board Wipes, Killing Wave, Sudden Spoiling, Black Sun Zenith, Damnation, the original Black Hole Sun, Massacre Worm. Now into our discard / board wipe, Liliana the Veil. Her +1 says everyone discards a card. Her -2 is target player sacrifice creature. And her -6 is separate all permanents target player controls into 2 piles. That player sacrifices all permanents in the pile of his or her choice. And more discard. Spies. Appetite for Brains, also known as the Eldrazi Killer. Inquisition Kozilek. Now for some spot removal. Go for a Throat. And Gate to Phyrexia. Now some token build. Endless Ranks of the Dead. Grave Titan. Both make zombie tokens. Wormcoil Engine, which is it's too good not to have in any EDH deck. And it works nicely with Haven Ghoul Lich. And Cemetery Reaper. Cemetery Reaper says other zombies you control get +1/+1. 2 in a black. Exile target creature from graveyard. Put 2/2 black zombie creature onto the battlefield. So more token makes. And now, did I mention this is zombie sub-themed? Diagraph Ghoul, Gem Palm Polluter, Death Baron, Lord of the Undead, Zombie Master, Lich Lord of Unks, Abattoir Ghoul, Soulless One, Undead War Chief, Skin Renderer, Vengeful Pharaoh, Geth Lord of the Vault, and now our clone effects. Phyrexian Metamorph, Evil Twin, and Clone. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this.